Hey there, I decided to do a lesson on the song. I posted a cover of it, I don't know, probably a couple of years ago now, and had some like requests for how to play it, and I never did find any like good lessons, or really any lessons at all on it. So I mean, I post my thoughts. Also, bear with me, this is my first like lesson video, so maybe a little shaky on the ride there, but anyways, the song we're covering today is Dolly Dagger by Jimi Hendrix. And we are in the people's tuning, or a half step down. So you've got E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. Songs in the key of B flat, but it'd be like playing in B, with it being a half step down and all. So, anyways, well, let's take a look at it. Alright, so start with the intro. We'll break it up into three parts. First one will be. So what we got there is we're sliding up from the 9th to the 11th fret on the G string. Then we're fretting the 7th fret on the G string. Then we're going up to 9 on the G. Then 7th fret on the D. So the second one, similar. We'll slide up from the 9th to the 11th on the D string, 7th fret, D, 9th fret on D, and then 9th fret on A. And the third one, we'll have a chromatic walk down starting on the 9th fret, going down to the 7th fret on the A string, then 10th fret on the low E, and 7th fret on the G. So all together we got. Then it comes into the main rhythm part that. So standard on like Hendrix type on thumb over chord. So you're fretting the low E on the 7th fret with your thumb. Then you got 9th, 8th, 7th, and the low E and A are muted. And you just strum them, you mute them with your fingers that are your own fretting with. So it's on that rhythm there. Then it's on. What you're doing there is a double stop on the 9th fret on the G and B strings with a quick like bend in it, then going down to the 7th fret. So and you end it with 2 hits on the 9th fret of the D string. Alright, so next part would be. Then it's got another bend on the G and B string on the 9th fret. So it just walks down on a double stop. 7th fret on those 2, back to the 9th fret. That's the next lick, so it'd be on 9th fret on the D, hit it twice, pull off to the 7th fret on the D, 9th fret on the A. So far we got. Alright, then the next part is chromatic walk up from the 5th fret on the A string. Then same thing on the low E. Then a chromatic walk up on the A string starting on the 7th fret going to the 9th. Then the same thing on the D. So all together that would be. And then it ends with. So that is the 7th fret. Then 9, pull off the 7 on the D, to 9 on the A. So far we got. different the second time, but it's like. So the only real difference is that it's not doing that. It's on. So it doesn't hit that on 9th fret on the D string. And on the second time around, it doesn't do that. So it just holds that note on the second time. Then it does a lower octave of the intro, where it's sliding up to the 9th fret from the 7th fret on the A string. And it goes down to the 5th fret on the A string. So then 7th fret on the A string. Oh. 5th fret on the A, not the 7th. Then I typically play the next part as a starting on the 2nd fret of the B to an open A, 2nd fret B on the A string, and then going to the 2nd fret F sharp on the low E string. So, and then a chromatic walk down to the open E from the 2nd fret on the low E. Then open D, not open D, open A to the 5th fret on A. So we got then it comes into the main rhythm part of the verse. The first verse is different, but the second, third verses are the same as far as the chord structure. But you have B flat, B7, B9, and then another B9. So that's just the first B is just a standard bar chord. The B7 is a D-shaped 7th chord, and that'd be 11th fret G, 10th fret B, then 11th fret E. So then the lower B9 is 12th fret A, then 11th fret D, 11th fret G, and then the upper B9 that he plays is 14th fret on the G, B, and E. So it starts out like so. It goes between those three, and the first time it goes through it, it goes B, then it's like it goes to a suspended chord, then plays a double stop more or less to my ears. So on the 9th for the G and B, and then 7th fret on G and B. Then it goes up to the D7, or not D7, B7, the B9, the lower one, to the upper B9. So the first two passes on the chord. Then it does this little turnaround that matches what the bass is doing, and it's either, so that is 7th fret to 9th fret on the A, on 7th fret of the D, and hammer on to that on 9 on the B, not D, I mean, or is, which is same on 7 9 on A, 7 D, 9 A, 7 D, 9 D. I'm not sure which one it is. My ear kind of hears both, but typically I just play just for simplicity's sake and not getting hung up on strings and such. So on the third one, it goes B, B7, B9 to B9, and it's same standard rhythm on the first three chords. Then on the fourth one, so it's like, then on the fourth time through the chords, it's B, B7, B9 on the upper register. Next time around, B, lower B9, upper B9. Same strumming pattern as always, and in between each one of those is that when it's on three chords and not four. So far we got that alternating between that B7 and B9, that which one goes to the B9, so it'd be like B, B7, B9, B, B9, B9, B, B9, B9, then it goes back, mostly just going between B, B7 and B9. With that lick in between it every time. Then it goes to where that solo would be, which I'm not going to really cover that part, but I'm not really getting into all that. I'm just more covering the rhythm parts in this. So while that part's going on, it's got that. Then we come back into the Dolly Dagger part. This time it starts with that. And it has a different way of going to that chromatic run from before. So it's got then 7, 8, 9 on the A, 7 on the low E. So or I don't know, I alternate between what I do just to have that passing, but that's almost the same as that first lick. I may do it on the G string instead of D string. You get a little bit different sound. So going back that, or you could even do like a double stop. So like on the G and B on the 9 and 7, that 9 on the D. So for the second time through the chorus would be. Back to our lower octave of that intro. Third time through the chorus, he changes it up a little bit still yet. It's kind of got that. Anyways, this isn't a perfect example of the song. It's just kind of getting you in the right direction, showing you some things that I think are right, going by my ear, as far as on how to play it and what I feel like it sounds like. Anyways, that's about all I know on that song. So as far as like the rhythm parts and everything go, I hope it was helpful, and I appreciate you taking your time. Try to learn how to play this, and hopefully it's helpful to you. I mean, if you like it, subscribe, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike the video. I mean, I'll take any tips or anything how to produce better quality content. And if there are any song suggestions, I may or may not get to it. Who knows? Anyways, appreciate it again.